global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back. Still talking about the crisis in Rivers State. It seems it's not ending anytime soon because day after day a lot of revelation is coming up. And this time around it came from the mouth of Fubara himself as he took out time to expose a particular ploy that the detractors and the enemy of his government has adopted to bring down his administration. And this time around, they are not going too far away this time. They are trying to break into his cabinet and make use of some persons to do that. But get to hear full details of the story, what the person who was lured had to do at the end of the day. The River State Governor, similarly Fubara, has revealed how his detractors lure a particular civil servant who offered critical services directly to the state government to undo his administration and destabilize it, but fail woefully. The governor expressed delight that the civil servant that was so lobbied declined the juicy offer that was put forward and rather told of the transducers. Governor Fubara made the revelation shortly after swearing in 6 new permanent secretaries into the Rivers State Civil Service at Government House in Port Harcourt on Friday. He said, "One of you who I can say is the reason I have to do this now was pushed by those people who their duty is to weigh power to make our services here inefficient." The person said, "Why would I leave a government that has not offended me? And that is appreciating the little things that I am doing." And I have to say, it touched my heart so much that even when people are saying we are not doing anything, people still appreciate our concern for their well-being. You know yourselves, I don't want to call your name. This appointment is because of that decision you took to appreciate you. Governor Fubara told the newly sworn in permanent secretaries that they were appointed to the exalted position in the service because of their dedication to duty. He said it is a call on them to serve the state with more devotion, be forthright, and more productive while defending the interest of the state at all times. In his word, he says, "I have taken a decision that going forward, I do not want to give contract services to permanent secretaries anymore because if we continue to do it, there won't be room for the ones that are coming behind to grow. So, as soon as a permanent secretary retires, he or she will leave and we will get a new person to replace and save in that office." The governor further said, I want to charge you to be good ambassadors to the service. The ministry that you will be assigned to represent us well. Don't bring disgrace to us. You have only one responsibility now, and it is to the government. Don't be those people that will say, I am loyal to who appointed me. Yes, somebody recommended you, but I am not interested in who recommended you. I am interested in what you are going to do for the government and for the people of Rivers State. If you misbehave, definitely I will show you the way out. The government as it stands today is about service. What is important to me is service to the people of Rivers State who have decided to give us their support and are still doing everything to keep us here. We must give them good reasons for supporting us. He said that the reform of his administration are designed to stimulate and promote productivity, inclusive growth, efficiency, and quality service delivery. The governor charged the new permanent secretaries to be guided by those principles to drive the state civil service to the next level and make it the best in the country. The 6 new permanent secretaries were Mekele Comfortigwe, Mrs. Antonia Ikese, Uzoma Ngogu, Mrs. Ihioma Patience Rebon, Mr. Wizo Gone Gordon, and Mr. Chukuma Ndudi August Ine. Immediately after the swearing-in ceremony, the 6 permanent secretaries were given brand new official vehicles by the governor. The handover was performed by the head of service, Judge Wike, amid celebration. Wow, this is interesting. I mean, every time that one is loyal and stand by you and refuse to betray, there's always a reward for it. The fight in Rivers State, no wonder the leaders, coalition of leaders in Rivers State are overly disturbed and are calling on the president to wade into the case, which means right now as we are talking, saboteurs and transducers are everywhere doing all within their power to make sure that that state called Rivers does not work. And I mean, this is really bad. As I did say before now, River State is not a personal product or a personal belonging of anyone. Let's put the record straight. All the people that have tasted of governance, have tasted of power in River State, none of their forefathers can be pointed at by the history of River State that these people, their fathers were the one who shed their blood on the altar for River State to become what it is. And I ask some questions. Even if it had been like that, some other people did it. Some people are there, as we are talking today, they have not tasted of anything good in terms of position, leadership, but they have lost so much for River State. Then if you have been given the privilege to rule the state, why is it that you are bent on making the state your property? And it's shocking when I see people give their trust and their hope to such people, which means that they're trying to tell you that River State is my personal property. Oga, number one, you were not the one that drilled oil from River State. You were not even the one that was with God negotiating how much oil will be left in River State. Why are you then acting as if it is your property? I thank God that some people have come to their senses. And guess what? I can leave this as a prophecy that in the nearest future, there's going to be huge decampment from Wike's camp back to Fubara's camp. Because some of them at a point, their eyes will be clear. They'll come to terms with the reality. After all, as we're talking right now, we can still, if you reflect back, there were a lot of people who were standing with Rotimi when Wike came on board as the governor of the state. But after a while, they came to their senses that Amechi will never be the governor of River State again. And the power, and as long as power is transcends, it is in the hands of Wike, and there's nothing we can do about it. I think at one point, most of them will come to that realization that power has moved from Wike, and for eternity, Wike can never be a governor again. If you fool yourself and allow people to deceive you, sorry for you. But these are the realities on ground. If, for example, every other state governors were behaving like that, possibly their states will always be under flames. But come on, they know this reality and they live with it. We have Odili there, we have Amechi there. Come on, none of them were fighting like this. So I think we need to calm down. Thumbs up to that civil servant who, refused to offer himself to be a pawn in the hands of those who are fighting to destroy River State. River State has come to stay, and we are hopeful that the new guys that he has founded will, do more. Someone says, Governor Fubara, may God in his powerful hand support you to the end. May God in his anger take out your enemies. Another person here says, God protect River State from evil ones who wants to make the state ungovernable. I think that's the target, just to make it ungovernable so that they can brag. And I think that at this point, Fubara should continually, just as he's doing, be people-oriented, focus on, human resources empowerment. Make that a target. Push after it with all your heart and ensure that even those who are in the seat of power, in terms of those who are closer to the people, the local government chairman, that they continuously put all their best in making the people realize that you are not there to serve yourself, neither your family, but you are there to serve the purpose of God, which is to be a blessing to them. The Bible even says, he said, when the righteous is on the throne, the people rejoice. So if the people do not rejoice, it therefore means the man on the seat is not the righteous. So we have to see how we can align this reality in River State, and at least for once, let us see peace being restored back to that state. Has gone through the hands of diverse kind of people who are very greedy. I'm telling you, the greed is too much. You see somebody having billions, and interestingly, the governor had before now said that he will set up a panel via the office of the accountant general to audit the activities of the past government. Up till now, we've not heard anything from there, which means maybe he had calmed down. Somehow they have told him that is not how it is done. He had come, he had stayed, he is gone. Let him go with everything he has and everything he had acquired. This is your own time. If you have anything to do to salvage the people, go ahead. Up till today was because I think he gave a timeline for that thing, either 3 weeks or 1 month or whatever. But up till today, nobody has anything about it, which means possibly the result is out or the audit report is out, but he has decided to have it for keeps. Maybe there will come a day of reckoning. But however, let's see what will continue to unfold in River State. That's what we would like to.
Global happenings today.